I'll be honest with you, Islanders. I'm a little bit surprised. The results are in and they are positive. Amanda and I have both contracted COVID 19 on our recent trip. We just cruised on board the Carnival Horizon July the 23rd through the 31st. We got home on Sunday night, felt that it was important to test yesterday as I coach my son's baseball team. Amanda is a teacher. We're around kiddos and families all the time, and we are indeed positive. On the show today, I will share with you some measures that we took. We thought we were being safe. We thought we were being careful. You always ask that question, how did I contract COVID-19? I don't know. We'll try to sort through it. I can't have a show, though, and just talk about COVID-19. That's not what we do here. We're also going to talk about Norwegian Cruise Line. They have an announcement regarding their food. Their main dining room options, it's changing. If you eat MDR, their buffets are not going to be so large anymore. We're going to talk about that today. We have a lot to talk about. Let's do so right now on Island Time. A big happy Wednesday to all you Islanders. Thank you for stopping by the show today. We are halfway through the week. I invite you now to drop your anchor. Let's drop whatever's on our minds, the pressures and anxiety on our shoulders, and enjoy some time in the islands together. I hope you're having a good week. I know that we are. We're getting plugged back in to work and baseball and everything that goes on with our lives. We had a surprise, though. Late yesterday evening, as we tested for COVID-19 with a home test, we thought, you know what, this is probably the right thing to do. And as I mentioned in the intro, Amanda and I tested positive. Now, I know that some of you are going to say, well, if you didn't test, you wouldn't have tested positive. You should have tested. Yes, we should have tested. We're around kids and families all the time. We should have tested. Let me first say this as well. Amanda and I are doing okay. She right now has a little bit harder case of it. Her symptoms are mild. She has body aches and headache and some of those symptoms that are seen by other patients. But I'm okay for now. Hopefully we're going to be okay. I wanted to take this time, though, to share kind of what our cruise looked like. And I want to share, all of us know there is a risk when traveling right now. There's a risk in all sorts of travel. Yes, we went on a cruise, but we also flew to Miami. We also flew back from Miami. There's risk associated there. So of course, I'm not blaming the cruise for me contracting COVID. I'm not blaming Carnival or anybody else. It's a risk that we knew about, and it's a risk that came to fruition during our trip. I do want to share some of what our trip looked like, though. I thought these measures would work. I'm not going to say this is advice or suggestions for you, but I know that people are going to say, you should have done this, you should have done that. We knew the risk of it, and here's what we did. We always ask ourselves, how did this happen? How did I contract this? What could I have done differently? Well, there's nothing I could have done differently now. Here's what we did, though. I can count on a single hand. Matter of fact, I remember 2 times that we rode on an elevator. I know a lot of people are doing that right now. They're not riding on the elevator. They're taking the stairs. We did that same thing, thinking, hey, that's probably the safer choice. And Amanda and I, we like to eat and drink a little bit, right, on a cruise. So this is something that we try to do even before COVID. Take the stairs, take the stairs. We were on deck 7, which is kind of nice because usually you're just taking 2 or 3 floors down or 2 or 3 floors up. We took the stairs all but 2 times that I can remember. Of course, we still have contracted COVID. We spent 10 or 12 hours a day outside. Some people say, oh, if you get outside, you enjoy the fresh air, you're safer. And that's probably the case. We had a Havana access on the Carnival Horizon, so that Havana access is actually a smaller group of people. You don't have as many people in the pools and hot tubs and bars and things like that. We spent 10 or 12 hours a day outside, mostly with each other, with our small group. We lived outside. We really did. We thought we were being safe. It's what we wanted to do anyway. We did not take any public excursions with Carnival. There was at no point that we were crammed inside of a bus or a van, confined, things like that. We did take our group of 8 people. I think it was actually 10 people in Aruba. It was an open air bus, so there were no sides and a small ceiling. I thought that would be safe, of course, as well. That excursion had 17 people on a sailboat. Again, it's open. But at no time were we in a bus or in a museum, some confined quarters, again, thinking, hey, that's going to be safe. I do want to point this out, though. We did, of course, we tested on Thursday before our cruise on the 21st. We flew on the 22nd to Miami. Who's not to say that we contracted COVID-19 in the airport or on the airplane? We also flew back from Miami to Arkansas. Who's not to say the same holds true there? We don't know. We don't know. We did go to shows. We did go to the Limelight Lounge, to comedy shows. We went to the Liquid Lounge, to big shows. So, you try to put your finger on this. How did you contract it? You can't do it. My point is there is a risk of travel. All forms of travel. You can try to be safe. We tried to do so. I wanted to share with you what we did because I know some of you will share some things that maybe we should have done, and I invite you to do that. If you have things that you're doing to stay safe when you travel, of course, put that in the comment section below. Of course, pray for Amanda. Pray for me if you want to. Pray for Amanda for sure. She deserves those prayers. We're both doing okay, but I wanted to share the news with you today. I know there are many who are watching this who are going to type below, congratulations, you now have a cold. Congratulations, you have a sinus infection. That's fine, great, grand, whatever you want to say, it's fine. I'm not saying that it's not a cold, a sinus infection, or anything more. I'm just sharing the facts as I always do with cruising and cruise news, right? The fact is we traveled. The fact is we came home. The fact is we tested positive for COVID-19. So I'm not sharing anything or trying to insinuate anything via this video. We share our adventures with you. That is all I'm doing. I will ask you, how do you try to stay safe when you travel? Not just cruising, but broadly, how do you stay safe when you travel? If you want to share some of those ideas, please do so in the comment section below. While you're down there, if you're not an Islander yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button, ring that bell to receive notifications when we upload content, which is just about every single day. Now, we can't have a show full of COVID. That's never happened. It's not going to happen today. I want to share some news with you. This is interesting. It's fun. It's different. Norwegian Cruise Line, who has had an awesome week with the news of the Norwegian Prima. They took ownership of it, and the news of the Norwegian Viva as well, and its float out. They've had a good week. Now they're sharing, and they've shared some of these details, but they're giving some more concrete information around dining options on board the Prima class ships. Norwegian's going to use fixed menus in its main dining room. Fixed menus, meaning when you go to the dining room every single night on that cruise, the menu in the dining room is going to be the exact same night 1, night 2, night 3. It's fixed. It is what it is. It's a new concept that Norwegian is trying out. It's going to be on the Prima and Viva first. Then it's actually going to be rolled out to other ships in the fleet. But for years, the concept has been to offer a different menu every single night. Not with just Norwegian, but Carnival does this, Royal Caribbean, Celebrity. They have a different menu every single night. And some of you experienced cruisers, you know what the menu is going to be based on what the night number it is, or based on if it's a formal night, things like that. That's about to change for Norwegian. Norwegian's Vice President of Food and Beverage Operations, Wesley Court, shared this. For years, the concept has been to offer a different menu every night to give guests more choices when ships did not have so many specialty restaurants. But now these ships have more specialty restaurants. The Prima is going to have a lot of specialty restaurants. And those are going to have fixed menus as well, right? The main dining room is going to have a fixed menu. Court also says, since we will have 9 specialty restaurants aboard the Prima, 6 complimentary restaurants, and a food hall with 11 different venues, we felt we could do something different in the main dining room. In what way? The menu will now focus not so much on the number of dishes offered, but on the quality of food. So when you walk into that main dining room, the free restaurant, you're going to have the same menu every single night. It's going to have awesome dishes on it, but they're going to be numbered. Another food-related change is going to be this, a smaller buffet. Court says that they've seen over the years people eat at the buffets less and less and less. So the Prima and Viva will have a buffet, but that buffet is going to be smaller than what we're used to. We're sailing the Norwegian Prima in October, one of the first sailings, and of course we're going to capture all of this and share it with you. It's another reason to be a subscriber, to join this community so we can share our experiences. And I want to invite all of you who cruise, some of you cruise monthly, please share your experiences with us. We have a Facebook page that's in the description of this video, and there's nothing better for all of us islanders than to wake up each morning and see that Someone is in Mahogany Bay today. Someone's in the Bahamas today. You're taking pictures of sunrises and sunsets. I invite you to do that, as we do that for all of you when we cruise. In closing, Norwegian mentioned that this program is going to start on the Prima class first, but it is going to be rolled out to other ships in 2023. My question for you is, do you like this idea? Some of you only eat in the main dining room. That's the only place you eat. It's free. You like the food. You can order as much as you want, and you look forward to that different menu every single night. Would you like a system in which maybe the food is better, because that is a common complaint, and I can share that complaint. Last week as we sailed on the Carnival Horizon, the food in the main dining room, it just didn't hit the spot, that it used to hit. The quality wasn't as great as it used to be. So would you rather have fewer dishes to choose from but great quality, or would you rather things stay the same? Let us know in the comment section below. At the same time, if specialty dining is your preference, let us know that as well. All of us cruise for food in one way or another. It may not be your top choice. It may be free or specialty dining. All of us, though, enjoy some of those treats that we have at sea. Islanders, I hope you have a great day. We're going to be back tomorrow with the latest in cruising and cruise news right here on Island Time.